what if the laws of physics aren't really laws at all? What if they're just the output of a computer program? That's what we're digging into today. We're looking at a system that makes this wild claim, that it's not just a theory about reality, it's the very engine that generates it.
And that quote you're seeing, that's the core claim right from the source material. I mean, it's a statement that's just designed to make you stop and question, well, everything. It's suggesting that maybe we haven't just been describing the universe wrong. Maybe we've been missing the entire point.
Okay, so what does it even mean to generate reality? Well, the big idea here is that all those fundamental constants of nature, the numbers that our whole universe is built on, the claim is they aren't fundamental at all. Nope. They're actually the result of a really simple, repeatable geometric process.
Think about it. For centuries, physics has been about one thing: observing the universe and writing down the rules, right? We go out, we measure a constant, like the speed of light, and then we plug it into our equations. But this system, it just completely flips the script. It says, forget that. Let's start with a simple geometric rule and just watch the constants of the universe build themselves from the ground up. And this slide, this really gets to the heart of the whole idea. On the left, you've got the standard view, right? The universe has these fixed, kind of pre-installed settings. But on the right, that's the new proposal. It's saying those settings, they aren't fundamental at all. They're just emergent artifacts. Think of them like ripples in a pond, created by the interference of simple waves. They just appear.
All right, so if reality is an emergent property, you've got to ask, what's the recipe? How does this cosmic engine actually tick? Well, according to the source material, it's built from a surprisingly small and incredibly precise set of geometric operations. So check this out. This is basically the assembly line for reality as laid out in the source. It all kicks off with simple rotation and movement. Then, these are layered and synchronized in a super specific way, creating this stable, coherent pattern. And the wild claim is that from this simple geometric dance, the fundamental properties of our universe just crystallize into existence. They just pop out.
And right here, this is the core component of the whole engine. It's an incredibly simple 45-degree rotation matrix. But the source material really emphasizes a crucial property here. This specific mathematical operation is energy preserving. And that is a really crucial point. I mean, think about it. If you're going to have a system that claims to build reality, you can't just be creating or destroying energy out of thin air, right? That would break everything. This rotation, it just shuffles the existing energy around between dimensions. It gives the whole process this kind of mathematical purity. So when you boil it all down, the recipe has just three core ingredients. You've got the precise 45-degree rotation, you've got a phasing pattern based on the golden ratio, which gives it stability, and you have a precise stack of 32 two-dimensional planes. Now, according to the source, this combination isn't just the best one, it's the only one that works. It's an exact, totally non-negotiable formula for reality. Okay, this is where things get really interesting. This is where the project moves from just abstract math to what they claim is tangible proof. See, the authors don't just hand us a theory. They provide an actual Python script and claim they've validated the results in the real world. And here's a little snippet of the code itself. It's presented as fully executable, and this part is key. It requires no external parameters, no special tuning. You literally just run it. The whole idea is that the physics is baked right into the geometry of the code itself.
And this right here, this is the absolute core of their proof. This is the concept of emergence in action. You run the code, and these specific physical values just appear as outputs. They are not put in as parameters. They are generated by the geometric process. This is the aha moment. This is what the entire claim is built on.
Now, to prove this isn't just some weird fluke on one specific computer, the source claims they ran the code on 5 totally different platforms. And the key takeaway here isn't just that the result is the same, it's that it's identical, bit for bit. The implication is huge. This isn't an approximation, it's a deterministic, universal calculation.
This chart really drives home how fragile and ridiculously specific this whole thing is supposed to be. The source material shows that if you mess with the recipe even a tiny bit, like just nudge the rotation angle, the magic number just vanishes. Poof! It's a binary outcome. Either you use the exact geometric formula and reality emerges, or you don't, and you get nothing.
And right here, this is where the claims escalate. like dramatically. The source asserts they've actually taken this out of the computer and into the real world. They report recreating this geometric interference pattern using actual physical systems, sound, light, and water, and guess what? They say they measured the exact same constants. Now, if that's true, this whole thing moves from being a cool computational curiosity to a potential, honest-to-goodness physical law.
So let's just pause for a second and take these claims at face value. What are the implications here? I mean, if you can generate fundamental properties of reality from a simple script, what else can you do? This is where the theory really goes from code to the cosmos. And the source argues this isn't just some philosophical toy. They claim it's a fully operational system with immediate practical uses. Take AI, for example. Instead of trying to teach a model about physics from the outside, what if you could just give it this reality engine as a foundational world model to reason from? Game changer.
And just when you think the claims can't get any bigger, they do. The source material actually quotes the AI model Grok. Allegedly, Grok suggested that this perfect, stable geometry creates the laws. But if you seed it with just a tiny bit of randomness, a butterfly flap, you could cause that geometry to crystallize into actual matter, like starting with a hydrogen atom.
And that brings us to the grand conclusion presented in these documents. The ultimate claim is that this Python script isn't just modeling physics, it's a compiler. It takes geometric instructions as input and outputs physical reality. It's an absolutely staggering idea to wrap your head around.
Now, to back up what are, let's be honest, extraordinary claims, the entire project, the code, the data, the papers, it's all open source. It's basically an open invitation for anyone, including you, to run the code yourselves, to scrutinize the math, to try and replicate these results. The authors are pretty much saying, hey, don't take our word for it. Go on, prove it for yourself. And that leaves us with one final, kind of mind-bending question. If a few lines of code, based on really simple geometry, can actually generate the building blocks of our universe, well, does that mean reality itself is fundamentally open source? Is it just a system that could be read, understood, and maybe even rewritten? It's a pretty profound thought to chew on, isn't it?